Alright guys, so today I wanted to make a quick video, and I know I don't make many of these videos, but my hope is that I can save you guys a little bit of time, frustration, headache, and probably answer some questions. What I have sitting here to my right is a 2015 Ford Super Duty F-350. This is a King Ranch version. This one is pretty much decked out with all of the bells and whistles. This thing really doesn't have, the only thing I can think of that this doesn't have is the PTO option, but I think that, and it doesn't have the single alternator, it has the dual alternators. But otherwise it does have pretty much everything. Well, it has pretty much everything except the PTO. So, we're going to go over this today so that you can see what a top-of-the-line vehicle looks like. And just to save you guys some frustrations, and if you're interested in investing in the amount of money it takes to buy one of these vehicles, my hope is I can save you guys or answer some questions at the forefront. And if you do have other questions, please put those in the description. I'd be happy to answer them as best as I can. This truck does have the brand new 6.7 liter diesel engine with the 430 some odd horsepower and 860 whatever it is foot-pounds of torque. I've had this vehicle since yesterday. It's the 31st now. I picked this up on the 30th of May. So I've put 250, 300 miles on it, something like that. I had about 20 miles on it when I picked it up. So I didn't do the math. I've done, what, probably 220 miles worth of driving or so, 230. And I've learned a couple things in that time. Let's go ahead and get started. First and foremost, I have on here the green gem paint job. And as you might see, let's see if I can get it on the camera. It's not really showing up very well, but right in here, this might be something, I'll see if I can make it show up. Well, this might be something you just have to take my word on. This paint job is a fingerprint magnet. I've only had this truck for 24 hours, and I have more fingerprints on the driver's side door than I care to count. So this particular paint job, the green gem metallic, or the green gem, whatever it's called, is a fingerprint magnet. I can see it from standing right here. I just don't know how well it's showing. Oh, you can see a little bit of it right there. It's a fingerprint magnet. So if that's something that bothers you, don't invest in this truck. This truck has the darker, this is what it looks like with the green gem and the darker tone at the bottom. This is, I don't know how well it's showing up. During the daylight it looks a lot darker, like maybe it's a black vehicle or a gray. But at night, and when you get the right sort of light on it, it just is an amazing green color. I mean, these people just hit it out of the park. They just did an amazing job with this. This does have the 8-foot bed, so that's why it's so long, because it is. It's, well, I think about 21 feet long. It's very big. And so let's go ahead and get started. So running boards, those are standard, which is good for those of us that are short, like me. This is part of the badge. This is paint. This is oh, it's just a label. Okay, that's just a label that they stick on. There's a piece of tape. But that's what that says. And then the King Ranch logo. This is that badge right there. They have Michelin. These are Michelin tires on it. These are LTX ATs. These are 275/65 R20s. Basically, they're all-terrain tires, which is great, especially because, again, it is going to be an off-road, or not an off-road, it needs to be ready for the winter weather, and that's exactly what this is. So you can see it has the 20-inch premium clad spoke wheels on them, whatever those are called. On the back here, same thing, except it has the King Ranch logo. And just a quick little history thing, it's my understanding that the King Ranch logo isn't just something Ford picked up, it is an actual ranch in Texas, like an 800,000 acre ranch or something crazy like that. So, just a little heads up, or just a little, I don't know, whatever you call it. That's what the underside looks like. There's the fifth wheel prep package that was installed by the factory. Everything you're seeing here was installed by the factory. I haven't done any modifications to this truck as of yet. So everything you're seeing is from the factory. This does have the FX4 off-road package, which again for the winter is stupendous. Reverse sensors. Does have the camera, reverse light or reverse camera, which especially when backing up to a tail ball hitch is amazing. I've had an F-150 like similar to this before, and I just love the tail ball hitch. I was originally thinking it was going to come in the handle here, but whatever. I'm glad it comes with this logo because this is a lot more centered. They have standard hitch, and it comes with an adapter in here because this is about a 3-inch adapter. So it comes with this adapter. This pin again came from the factory. I've not done any modifications to this vehicle because, like I said, this was all what the factory showed up with, or what the dealership installed after it got here. But I picked this thing up about 2 hours, I think, 2 to 3 hours after it got off the truck. So it pretty much got off the truck. They did their inspections, they washed it, detailed it, and I picked it up. So, you know, keep that in mind. So anyways, that's that. I'm skipping the license plate because I don't want my location to be given away. The tailgate on one side, that's what the logo says on one side. It says that engraved on the other, and on the bottom, or not engraved, but indented. I'm just going to drop the tailgate here. This has the bed step as well. And it has this post, which is very hard to open with one hand, I will tell you. Let me put you down real quick. Let's see if this is going to show up. Got to push pretty hard, but that does in fact secure it. So let's go ahead and step up into the tailgate here. Very secure. And it's really nice to have a place to rest your hand. I really hate what Chevy did over here. I think with the bumper thing, it doesn't help. This comes down about a foot lower than the bumper does. And so Chevy, I don't know what the hell they were thinking. It looks bad, and frankly, it doesn't serve any purpose given it's so tall. So, I don't know what they were thinking. But that's kind of universal with Chevy. So anyway, this is the these are the plugs that cover up the flush-mounted bed fifth wheel hitch. This is for the fifth wheel, and then inside here is the gooseneck. Part of my thinking behind this was, first of all, I can't remember how much it cost, but I think it was less than $100 to have this installed. And second of all, if you're buying a truck like this, chances are at some point you plan to tow a fifth wheel or gooseneck. So why not have the factory do it? Do it correctly, do it cheaply. You don't have to tear up your new bed because, again, here's the other thing. If you look, the bedliner is still wrapped around. So the bed is sealed. I didn't have to cut holes in the bed. You know, it's a better deal. If you have the opportunity, you know, do it. It only makes sense. This is the master lock option. This is basically the tie-down hook that would go back in the corner here is linked up right here. This is the fifth wheel. Excuse me. This is the wiring for the trailer mounted in the bed. This is the cable lock. This looks like these things are a pair of handcuffs. Kind of disturbing. But there's the key, and you do get the key, obviously, when you buy the vehicle. So that's what this says. I'll just show you what that says. It's nuts. So that's that. This is one of the questions I had was, does this thing rotate and pivot? No, it doesn't. Look, it won't move. Bedliner, like I mentioned, this does have a bedliner in it. It's spray-in bedliner. Personally, I think this is the better choice because this is not offered with the non-spray-in bedliner. And again, if your goal is to protect your bed, doing the spray-in bedliner is going to protect your bed. Doing the non-spray-in bedliner is probably not. Yes, it attracts footprints. I mean, you can see all here. All that. It's all my footprints. But you know what? I'd rather do that than scratch up the bed and have to listen to that nails on a chalkboard sound. You also got the sliding privacy glass, electric sliding power glass. You've got the moonroof and roof clearance lights in this particular model, or in this configuration. The moonroof and the roof clearance lights are optional. But as I recall, the roof clearance lights were about a $55 option from the factory. Somewhere over $1,000 if you were to have it done at the dealership. So, hard to justify at the dealership, but it's kind of a what the heck sort of thing if you're ordering it from the factory. So, the thing already needs to be washed again. It's like not even 24 hours old. See all the dirt on there? So, so that's what that looks like from extended. That's what those wheels look like. We've already gone over the side. I'll show you guys in there again just so you can see. This is a fuel door, fuel and DEF, or diesel and DEF, although fuel, diesel, I use those terms interchangeably, so don't be surprised if you hear those interchangeably used. So, diesel, DEF, and that's one of the other things that's really nice about this truck. It's my understanding that Chevy and Dodge do offer DEF, which is this blue one here, in case you weren't familiar. But they put it up in the engine. So if you need to fill it up, you gotta not only open the hood, pull off to the side of the road, wait for the engine to cool, get a stepladder. No, that's just poor design. This is smart because I can fill up with my diesel, and if I'm at a station that also offers DEF, like for instance truck stops do that a lot, I can do that same thing here. Much better design, much better. Just find a way to lock this up would be my advice so that nobody can take it. So we can siphon out the gas. We'll go ahead and unlock the door here. Still smells like a new car in here. So that's the interior in this case, and I think this is called the Pale Adobe interior. I'll climb up in a second here. I'll show you around the outside. That's this door panel. Gas mileage, I'm getting, again, I've only had it for 24 hours-ish, but right now the screen's reading about 14 miles to the gallon, which is pretty amazing. Oh, here's the other thing. So check this out. If I have my other vehicle parked here, watch this. It stops. There's a stop right there. So it's not like a lot of other, it's not like before where the vehicles, you have to open the door the whole way. So, check that out. I can still get my fingers in there. Pretty nice. Here's the interior cockpit cabin. You got your 12-volt outlet here, as well as your lighter port there. I don't allow smoking or anything like that in here. Vents. Just like squeeze like as a little tray. Got cool stuff back here. A couple or space for stuff back here. You got cup holder in the center console. We'll go over that in a second. You got heated seats back here. There's 2 modes for that. There's one, and then there's low and high. I've got the windows here. Door handle. You can always turn on the parental lock. parental lock if I wanted to. I don't care. I'm not that concerned about it. This is what the floor mats say. And so if I lift up this lever here, and pull up the bench seat. Oh, look at that! I was able to do that with one hand. Bonus for Ford. This is in this case, this is what I have under here. Obviously, you can set it up however you want. But just to give you an idea of space, this is a receiver hitch, which, like I said back when I was at the receiver, it doesn't work for my application because it doesn't fit. So just so you don't have to buy it, it's about a $75 thing too. So that's what that is, so that you can avoid it. It just doesn't work. So and then this is one of those containers that you can buy for like 99 cents at Home Depot. Basically, I put gloves with DEF and diesel handling in here because I want to get your hands off of that stuff. So, and then I'm gonna put a funnel in there at some point too. And I'll get straps and I'll put a first aid kit and stuff down here. Fire extinguisher. Obviously, it's not mounted yet. My plan is to do that this weekend. Tape measure, gloves. I don't need to go over that. But that's that. The center console here. Great place for putting stuff and cup holders. Folds up out of the way. Over there. We'll open those doors in a second. But that's that. So, power folding mirrors. This bottom one here, bottom button here, pulls the mirrors in and out. This top one adjusts them, and then by having it in the center, like it is now, and pushing it back, it folds them both in simultaneously. And again, to unfold them, you push it in again. But make sure it's pointed straight ahead. There's the badge. So they've replaced, and I don't know if this is just because of the King Ranch or not, but they've replaced what used to be the 6-7 badge that used to be sitting there with the King Ranch. So that's what you see there. Turn signals in the mirror. It's the front grille. Fog lamps on both sides. There's the other badge. Here's the passenger side. There's this chocolate kind of brown seat coloring, upholstery, and tan carpet. It really goes together nicely. It's just fake plasticky stuff. Dash here. In my experience, that van over there has the same sort of thing. It just starts to get loose after a while. So, this is the thing that kind of annoys me about this truck. If you customize this truck, it's going to cost you probably $75,000. Please don't quote me on that, but you know, somewhere in that neighborhood. And for a truck that is as expensive, and depending on where you live with sales tax and all of that, chances are it'll go, you know, $80,000 and beyond. Again, I'm not going to tell you how much I paid for this, but you can probably figure it out. Or how much was paid for this truck. But this is kind of pathetic for a truck as expensive as this. I understand that they're trying to reach a certain budget, but plastic, really? You spend a small fortune on a truck like this and you get nothing but plastic. Not impressed. Both windows on the front are auto, up and down auto. The running boards do have lights in them. So, back here. See if I can do this again with one hand. There we go. Oh, look at that, there's an extra little pocket here. wonder if there's subwoofers that I'm missing. Huh, I don't know where the subwoofers are. Maybe they're under the seat. There's an extra little pocket there though, so that's kind of neat. That's where the subwoofer used to be on my F-150, so. Anyway, so that's that. There's again that side. So, there's that. I know you want to hear under, I know you want to see under the hood and hear it. And I'll get to that in a moment. I just want to know where the damn subwoofer is so I can show it to you guys. So I really don't see it. Oh, look at that. There's even some packaging on here. Ooh, all the fun. Look at that. There's also some tape of some sort that came off there. I don't know what the subwoofer is for this, unfortunately. I'll probably find it eventually. But that's that. So here is, let's go ahead and hop in here and start the engine up and we'll listen to it. Open the hood there. Try and get in here without scratching up the van. Just take this down so you can kind of see what the view looks like. Figured it might as well save you guys some frustrations and some time. This is a fairly expensive rig, and so the more I can provide you, the better. At least that's my theory. So, when you put the key in, see it moves. I'll do it again so you can see it. Key out. Seat moves back. Key in. So you got that. So you can see it's about what? 288.2 miles. This is what the dash cluster looks like. I'm gonna have some blaring music here, so I'm gonna turn it down. And I'm gonna turn off the AC. I'm not cooling down myself. There we go. Alright, so that's the gauge cluster. Right here. Okay, so you're hearing the fuel pump. So that's what you got there. Okay, so go ahead and start it up. The cool thing about this too is if I start it, I don't even have to hold it, it just starts itself. So you can see a little intro screen, which is kind of neat. Again, I'm going to press OK. Clears that. So this is what the engine sounds like. In about 24 hours with the mileage I'm getting, I'll show you that again. So about 13 miles to the gallon. In about 24 hours time, 288 miles. I've gone from a full tank to about a half tank. So that might help you guys a little bit too, hopefully. This is the sync system. You have your phone, your nav, your AC climate, and your entertainment. You have your heated and cooled seat controls here for both sides. You've got passenger and driver's temperature. The reason these knobs are so big is so that you can control them with work gloves on. I might mean to do that. So that's the cool thing there. You've got traction control, hill descent, you've got your exhaust brake, and then another 12 volt outlet. Over here, I have my trash bag. We've got another 12 volt outlet, as you can see. And below that, you've got one of these style plugs, the AC plugs, I guess you call them. Not all that's showing up, but anyway. Upfitter switches, which in my case aren't hooked to anything just yet. Trailer brake, trailer control gain. Up here you've got sunglass holders. You've got controls for the sunroof, or not sunroof, you've got the controls for the sliding glass in the back. And you've got controls for the, in this case, the sunroof up here, tilt, and then slide. Oops. There you go, slide. We got that. It's automatic as well. You can see. Whoops. What the heck was that? That's kind of weird. Let's see if it closes. There we go. That's not weird. Anyway, so you got that. We'll go listen under the hood. This is your universal remote control. I don't really want my face on camera, so you got that. And let's go listen under the hood. So release that latch in there. Get the light. Insert serves more purpose at night. So let's stay quiet so you can listen. So close on. So you see some of the fingerprints on there, right there. That's just dust, but it gives you an idea. So overall, it's about a 30-minute video now. I don't know why I keep making these stupidly long videos, but hang on a second, let me turn this off. By the way, adjustable pedals as well. With this button right here, that'll adjust the pedals. I'm not sure how well that's showing up, but anyways, pedal adjustment. This is the gauge lights and the running and the headlights. I just leave it on automatic. If I need the fog lights, I'll just pull this out. So, oh, let's see if this will work now. So if I pull this back, you can see the mirrors. Fold again, and again, push this in, telescopic. Whoa, shoot, I don't really want to get that paint job dinged up. Anyway, I don't care as much about the van, but you know, I guess this isn't gonna work at all. But anyways, it's power telescopic as well, so bottom line is this, I definitely recommend it. Oh, the other thing I forgot to tell you that this thing has, I kind of forgot about it. Two things it has. It has the snowplow prep package, which my understanding is basically just a heavier duty spring. So when you have a snowplow up front, it doesn't, so when you have a snowplow up front, it's easier to deal with. So that's my understanding of what that is. The other thing that this has is an engine block heater. And the reason for this is because I'm going to need it at some point. The reason for that is because I'm moving up far north. So, pull that guy out. That's what you got. Now this is a pretty universal style engine block heater for most Fords that I've seen. But that's what this is. So, you know, the bottom line is, do I recommend this truck? Absolutely. You're going to have to pay a pretty penny for it, but hopefully this review helped you to see some of what you're going to be getting with this truck. Like I said, this is a completely spec'd out truck, at least for the most part. And it's hard for me to give you a review of other brands, seeing as I am biased to Ford. However, I will tell you this, despite my biasness. Well, I'm not trying to hide anything either. I don't really know how I'm going to show this on camera. So I'll just tell you, in there is the frame. It's an open C channel. So, not a fan of that. Especially for these trucks. You're supposed to be able to tow and haul their asses, and they really should have done better with that. They do better on their F-150s that haul a fraction of the weight. So, not very impressed there. But otherwise, I really like it. And I hope this helped you out. And if you have questions, I will be happy to answer them. And I will put updates in this video, if I can remember to, as time goes on and as I get more acquainted with this vehicle. So, thank you for watching. And again, let me know if you have questions. Have a good one. Oh, in fact, a supplement to the last video I made is this. I figured I might as well show you the engine starting. Get out of here, damn bugs. This is how you start the keyless remote. This is how you start it without, you know, this is how you start it. Keyless wise. So you hit the block twice, hear the horn, then you hit this 2 times, I'll do it in a second, you hit this twice, and just wait. So here we go. 1, 2. There you go. So you hear it? And then in order to stop it, you just hit this once more. And so in order, all you have to do to drive is, if you start it again, like I just did, then you start it, and you put the key in the ignition, and you twist it as if you're going to start it, but, you know, just basically turn it on, and put it to the start mode, and you can drive away. It tells you how to do it on the dashboard. But there you go.